No, this chair practice will be sometime in the chair, sometime standing, and then more time in the chair. This one will be a little more challenging, I think, especially for the hips, because we're going to try some more word I can think of as challenging movements and kind of into stretch and through the hips and through the groins. Because the thing is about spending lots of time in chairs is we get tight right in the hip flexors. So we will be in a chair, but we're going to explore a little bit today. So have a seat. Take a few breaths here. Perhaps you open your eyes and take your heels to the earth and flex through your feet. And from here, splay the fingers and toes, and then squeeze and point kind of through the feet and make fists with the hands. Flex through the ankles, splay fingers and toes, point, squeeze, flex, and squeeze and point. Continue this action. Even lengthen the legs a little more. Engage through your quadriceps. More time sway and roll wrists and ankles, perhaps with these the legs lifted. And reverse. Then plant those feet back underneath or the heels underneath the knees as you reach the arms up. And rotate toward your right. And arms reach up once more as you come to center and rotate to your left. And do this action here. It's a small rotation. One more side. Once you finish that, come to center and bring the hands through to the heart. Thank you for joining me today for this practice. Maybe find some ease. Namaste. From here, hands come to both sides. Make circles with the body forward to inhale forward. Exhale back. Circle here. As you root through the pelvis. Change directions. One more. And come through center, reach those arms up again. Then bring them out into cactus as you bend the elbows into your sides. And reach up. And bring your elbows into your sides. It's a few. Round two more. Last one, reach, interlace those fingers and see if you could side bend to one side, just very small. Rooted pelvis. And the opposite way, and that opposite hip really needs to ground here. Hands could be at your sides, fingertips could be down, pointed toward the earth. Just draped at the edge of your chair. It's going to require a little bit of core to bring you back up. It's like to inhale as I come to the side and exhale to lift when the arms are like this. And come to center and switch the crossing of the hands. And again, inhale to the side And exhale to lift for more engagement. Inhale to the side, exhale to lift. Even add the Pilates breath. More of a strong breath. You need it. Last one. Return to center, reach those arms up, perhaps turn the palms to the sky, fingers pointed to the sides of the room. And then rainbow the arms down. Roll through the shoulders just once, and then hug that right thigh. And I'm mirroring here in toward you. Just to go with digestion, I'm going to start on the right. So hug that thigh in, and then lower the foot slightly toward the earth and hug it in and lower. See if you can keep a tall spine. We're using the arms here to help us. We want to warm up through the hips. And hug it in. And then kind of bring it away from the body just slightly. And maybe you assist the leg to make some circles if able. Reverse directions. And then plant that right foot out to the side here. And then lean over. Perhaps you roll the top wrist. Reverse. And return your body upright and slide that right leg in. Other side, that left thigh comes in toward you. Give it a hug and allow it to almost come to the earth. And lift and lower. So strengthen the arms and open up or support the hip joint. Last time, hug. And then lower it part way and make some circles. If you can't make these circles, maybe you just move your leg around, like windshield washer it side to side. Reverse any circles. And then support that leg to come out toward the side. And let that left forearm come to the thigh and side bend over toward it. Press that forearm into the thigh so you're not dumping here. This is kind of a variation of side angle as you roll the top wrist. Reverse the hand. I like to inhale here and exhale to bring my body back to center and return that leg. Hands could come to the edge of your chair. You can kind of scooch yourself toward that edge and make little windshield washers. Can be a little awkward, but it's kind of like what we do on the earth. It's kind of the best imitation of it. And then come back to sit on your chair and heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, the feet wider. Reach up, perhaps onto blocks you fold forward or hands come to thighs. And then from here, roll all the way up. Reach the arms up, fold your body down, and then roll up through the spine. Use the support of your hands if you wish. On the thighs. Be on the thighs the entire time as well. So wave the spine forward and back. So many ways to practice and move our bodies. Best thing we can do every day is move differently. Get all the creaks out, get all the fuzz out. Roll up through the spine. And reach those arms up once more, just a 60-degree angle. Nice breath in. And then hands return to the heart. From here, rotate toward your left side and allow that left leg to kind of come out if it can. It's kind of parallel to the seat of the chair in terms of the direction. And then allow your pelvis to turn to that left-hand side, and that knee, that right knee, will point toward the earth here. You come onto those back toes. Perhaps either hand stay on the chair or you lift your arms up. And see if you can have your knee in alignment with your heel, just to kind of practice what that feels like, and integrate the ribs as the arms maybe reach. In this lunge position. Perhaps the hands return to the chair. You might, again, this is a might, be able to extend that back leg a little bit further behind you. And some people here will lift off the chair and just use the chair as a little support to experience the lunge. Again, you have to take caution with this one here. Strengthen through the legs. One more inhale. And exhale to use the support of the hands. Bend that back knee if it wasn't already bent. And start to heel toe that left foot back out in front of you. And you can leave that right leg out to the side. My apologies, I'm not mirroring here. And lift the arms up. And then side bend over to the long leg. And back up to center. And side bend again. So here we're using the muscles in our core. Press that right foot down. So you continue this action where breath matches movement. Last one, curve. Then come tall, both arms may reach. And then bring the hands back toward the heart. And then assist that leg to bring it back out in front of you. Take a little flow here, arms reach up. Fold over your thighs. Fingers may or may not come to the floor. Hands to thighs or fingertips on the earth as you extend through the spine. And round and roll right back up. Arms reach. And as the hands come through heart. Opposite side, so turn toward your right. Knee and heel in alignment. You may even stay right here, or point that left knee toward the earth, adjust as you need here. So it kind of dangles downward, come onto the back toes, and perhaps you reach up. You may need to fiddle and adjust here. Option, return the hands to the chair for this option, to extend that back leg. Again, you can kind of adjust where the seat is versus your inner thighs here, and extend that back leg and really press through the forefoot. The heel kind of presses back. Engage the legs, even though you have support of the chair. And some of us might have very little weight on the chair. Or inhale and exhale, perhaps to return the hands to the chair. And heel toe that right foot in front of you. The other foot will naturally blade. Reach the arms up perhaps. And side bend to your left. Inhale as I come tall. And exhale to side bend. And not very far. The integrity of the spine to be maintained. And press that left foot in because that protects the inner thigh. Groins. 2 more. Last one. And lift up, both arms reach. Hands to heart center. And then assist that leg to come forward however it needs to. Perhaps you crave to have those thighs close together. Arms may reach. Pour the body forward. And then use the support of the hands to roll up through the spine. From here, you can use those hands to support you as you press yourself up and come to stand. The chair can be in front of you here. I'm going to move mine to the side, just I think because I help you see. But it could be in front of you here. And just ground through the feet as you fire up through the fronts of the legs. Press the soles of the feet down. Crown tall. And then the hands will place on the chair. You can step back with that left foot. You may need to lengthen your stance here to bend the right knee and come again into that runner's lunge with support of the chair. If this is too much, take a warrior one, a shorter stance. You can also widen the legs as much as you need. Wider base of support supports balance. Or come onto the back toes here. Experience your lunge, and some of us might reach the hands up, whether in your warrior one or this runner's lunge. More inhale here. And exhale, that right hand could come to the chair, blade the back foot, and perhaps that left arm can come behind you and you just have one hand on the chair for warrior two. Otherwise, stay in your warrior one and perhaps take a different arm variation. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, return those hands to the chair, pivot on the back toes. If you choose to come into the runner's lunge for a moment. And then shorten the stance to warrior one, if not already there. And reach those arms up if you can, or lengthen the lead leg. And then pour yourself forward over the chair. With my long arms, I need to send the chair further away from my body here. Long spine as you pull that right hip back, left hip forward slightly. You can also come lower on your chair. Forward folding triangle. Inhale to halfway lift, not already there. And then round through the spine and use the hands to support the roll up as you bend the lead knee. Perhaps the arms circle if you wish, and you step forward into your Tadasana. From here, hands could return to the chair or they can reach up to the sky as you step back with that right foot. Again, warrior one stance or that runner's lunge on the back toes, or we pause. Open up the front of the hip flexors. As you pull that left heel back toward us isometrically. So it's not moving, it's just kind of pulling back on the fabric of the mat. Inner thighs back behind you, squeeze them in. Outer thighs hug the hips, or outer hips hug in, rather. We're inhale here. And then exhale, that left hand, if it's not already there, comes to the chair as you blade the back foot and come into your warrior two, perhaps just with the support of one hand today. Engage through the legs. So leg strengthener. Inhale here. And exhale, sweep that right hand forward, back to the chair, into the runner's lunge, or back into the warrior one. And let's all meet in warrior one. If you wish, the arms may reach as the left leg extends, and pour yourself forward onto your chair, go to the earth, blocks. So engage in a halfway lift. And fold again. So pull the left hip back into its socket this time. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to bend the lead knee, roll up through the spine. Arms might reach a final time as you step forward. Might need to sit back from your chair a little bit. Inhale, arms up. Fold over the chair or to the earth. Hands to shins or hands press into the chair, halfway lift. And exhale to roll up through the spine. And perhaps bring your arms overhead. Back to heart with the hands pressed firmly together. And then find your chair. If you need a drink, grab a drink. And from here, come closer to the edge of your chair if able, and extend the right leg out. Now I'm mirroring. Didn't do that as much today. Lean forward. If you're able, you may feel intensification of the stretch through the back of the leg and or the back itself. Just make sure you don't press those hands onto that knee of the long leg. Those hands come to the opposite thigh. Inhale here and exhale to come up. And if you're able, again, the legs just come over to the left-hand side, but you might cross that right thigh over the left one, lift through this or lengthen through the spine and rotate toward the back of your chair. Might feel this in the outer hip, might T-band the spine. This is just stress sensation. Otherwise, don't do it. You're uncrossed here. And return the torso to center. And release that right leg out to the side, perhaps side bend over toward it. And come back through center. And switch sides. That left leg will extend, heel on the earth. Or on a block, and lean forward if you wish. And just watch that there's no hyperextension in your knee if you're a hyperextender. Inhale here. And exhale to lift up. And if you wish, clasp that right thigh and cross it. Or again, feet side by each as you wiggle toward your right, lengthen the spine, and spiral left. Notice if one hip and one side is more open than the other. It's quite natural. or inhale. And then exhale to turn your torso back towards center. Again, grab that left thigh, bring it out perhaps slightly to the side, and then side bend over toward it. Come back through center, perhaps both feet are wide. Inhale, arms can reach, and you could fold forward to some blocks. If you wish, or hands to the thighs. Stack things as high as you need. Let the earth come to you. There may be some compression on the belly here. For me, there is. So that's you. Really breathe into that space. This isn't comfortable. You could always just stay upright with the legs wide. But for many of us, this alleviates anxiety. I love to be upside down. Since the head injury, I struggle with that sort of thing, and these sorts of practices really help. Need to self-regulate. Inhale here, perhaps halfway lift. Want to equalize the blood pressure. It's been down for a while. Inhale. And exhale to assist yourself up as slow as you want to go. You may want to bring those legs together. Again, maybe another little hug before you find your seat. Hopefully the body has quieted enough that you feel ready to sit. As that is what the physical practice is for. It's to support meditation. Cultivate quietness within ourselves, or enough quietness that we can observe our own experience from a little bit of distance. Notice the furthest sound in the room. Attend to the furthest sound, just as it is. Note its tones. Refrain from labeling if able. Notice the closest sound. Note its qualities, tones, just as they are. Sense the air on your skin. Whether it's cool or warm. And the temperature within yourself. Feel its warmth radiate outward. Energy fills your body. And begin to awaken in any way that serves. Maybe you wiggle the fingers and toes. Maybe you roll the shoulders. Maybe even a long body stretch. So reach those arms overhead. Maybe you force a yawn. Let it become real. It usually does. Ah. And when ready, those hands can return to heart. And maybe you look over one shoulder and the other. Just a little bit of awakening for the neck. Or the chin drops toward those hands. And perhaps as you look up, the palms open, you gaze toward them softly over the tip of your nose. And return them to heart. Thank you for practicing with me today. Sat Nam. If you liked this video, you know someone that could benefit from chair yoga, please feel free to share it with a friend. Thank you. See you next time.